Such a humbling start.
Risky to meet your idols.
Who better to answer all of my questions?
The guitar, just because that was so foreign to me, I'd at least, like, I've spoken before, I haven't sang a whole lot, but I understand the concept of singing. You know, I've been a fan of music and singers, but the guitar, I remember holding it in my hands for the first time and trying to wrap my fingers around the right strings for the chords, and it just feeling like completely alien to me. And it was such a humbling start where I was really like, I have no idea how in 6 months I'm going to be playing anything that sounds good at all. And but like anything or any skill, it's just time and repetition, you know.
And Mr. Springsteen right here on the left side, sir.
Right, I think John was like such a steady hand, you know, for Bruce, and at that period in his life, and, you know, has continued to be. Yeah, I was really lucky, you know, to have an actor like Jeremy portraying John. And I think Jeremy's always in search of truth, and I think he saw me, you know, a young actor, undertaking this very large task of portraying someone like Bruce Springsteen, and so Jeremy instantly felt very kind of protective and caring, you know, for me, for Jeremy, and I think those feelings of care and protection, you know, bled into, and appropriately so, in the way that John is sort of this bodyguard, not only for Bruce's work and the integrity of his work, but also for his well-being, you know.
I mean, it was amazing. He's, you know, risky to meet your idols, I would say, and there, you know, there was definitely times where I thought maybe I don't actually want to ever meet Bruce. Like, maybe I could just be in this movie and never meet him, because I was so terrified. But he is such a gentleman, a genuinely, like, such a gracious and generous human being. And he is so normal and nice. And I really can't say enough how brilliant he is.
And Patty, right? Jeremy!
We find him in this film when he's coming off the River Tour, and he could very easily continue that trajectory of selling out arenas and having hit songs. But instead, he chose silence, a 4-track recorder, and the courage to look inward. And that choice gave us Nebraska, a record with a great deal of personal resonance for me, a record that's unlike anything else he's recorded. And as we see in the film, the record label thinks is a great commercial risk. So art matters most when it risks everything, and the result is Nebraska. I loved having Bruce around because even though I'm not making a documentary, I wanted to align as close to historical record as possible. Authenticity in all of my movies is incredibly important, but when you're making a movie about America's most authentic artist, it has to be authentic. And who better to answer all of my questions than Bruce himself? So I loved having him on set.